Technology. If you hear that word, what is exactly on your mind? Is it something positive or negative? Well, we are going to talk about it. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, good afternoon everybody. How are you feeling today? I hope all of you are feeling as well as I am. First of all, I would like to thank Almighty God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because it's because of Him we are able to do activities and still given health until this day. Secondly, may salawat and greeting for our Prophet Muhammad SAW, who taught their people goodness and had brought us from the darkness to this bright era. And last but not least, I would like to say thank you for the honorable judges and the committee of this speech competition for the opportunity that you have given to me. So, as what I was saying in the beginning of this speech, I'm Nadya Damayanti Simamora from Junior High School 2 Purwokerto, who will talk about technology. To be precise, the impact of technology on our health, including mentally or physically. In this new era, technology is increasingly advanced, especially we are in a time of pandemic COVID-19. Technology is like a primary need for humans, isn't it? And when technology is overused by people, there will be a negative impact, including the education, politics, economic, or even in health sector. And now I will explain it about the impact on health sector. The first impact is about physically, and I'm sure many people have been thought about this impact. It's called eye strain. Technology such as handheld tablets, smartphones, and computers that can hold a person's attention for a long time. And symptoms of digital eye strain can include blurred vision and dry eyes. How could it happen? Because technologies have elements, and some of these elements can damage our eyes. The elements are screen time, screen brightness, and the others. The second impact is about sleep problems. But before we continue to the explanation, I would like to ask you first, because I believe this is one of the impact that many people have been experienced. So here is the question. What time do you usually go to sleep? Is it 9 p.m., 11 p.m., or worse, like 1 a.m.? Because if I can be honest, I also have sleep problems too. And it's so tiring. Using technology too close to bedtime may cause issues with sleep, because the blue light can stimulate our brain and make it harder to fall asleep. With this thing, reduce our physical activity can occur, like we just sit and play social media with technology. But do you guys realize that we can have a bad posture with doing those things, like scoliosis or kyphosis? And the other impacts that worse may arise, such as obesity, type 2 diabetes, even premature death. You definitely can imagine it, can you? And the last impact, which I'm going to tell you, is about mentally. And I guess you already know what is it about. Yeah, it's about depression and anxiety. Well, this is the biggest problem that happened in pandemic COVID-19. The 2018 basic health research shows that more than 12 million people that over the age of 15 experience depression. But these days, teenagers are easier to get depression, because most of them haven't known where is the right thing or not while they are using technologies. Their minds are still too easily influenced. Like, for example, when they play social media and they got criticism and that might not good for them, this can trigger a sense of stress and depression to them. Ladies and gentlemen, so we have talked about the impacts of technology on our health. There are so many repercussions that can occur. And this is not a trivial matter, guys. It can harm me, you, and all of us. So we have to prevent it before we're late. Start from self-awareness. Let's make ourselves aware that overuse technology is a bad habit that we have to avoid it. Love yourself and take care of yourself, because whatever happening, our health is number one. Let's do togetherly for our generation to be a generation that is physically and mentally healthy. Together, we can do. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, so this is the end of my speech. I hope you can take a good lesson from what I delivered. And I'm sorry for any words of behalf that I'm placing in your heart. Thank you for your kind attention. Hope I can see you again. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.